last words our man ever says are, "Will I go to hell?" The last sound our man ever hears is the highwayman quietly laughing.
It's a good story. That's something-esque. What sort of esque is it? Can't remember. I don't usually go in for that esque sort of stuff anyways. But there's something wrong with that story, is there?
No, there's nothing wrong with that story. There's nothing in that story that would tell me the person that wrote that story is a sick, scummy fucking cunt. No, that story is a pointer is all that story is.
Pointer?
It is a pointer.
Oh.
It is saying to me on the surface, I'm saying this one thing, but underneath the surface, I am saying this other thing.
Oh.
It is a pointer, understand?
Yes, it is a pointer.
It is a pointer. It's your best story, you said?
No, it's one of my best.
Oh, it's one of your best. You have so many.
Yes. My best one is the Town on the River one, the tale of the town on the river.
Your best story is the tale on the town on the river. Okay, wait. Okay, here we are. Now this tells me something. This is your best story.
Why? What is it? Is it a pointer? It's the only one that was ever published.
We know it was the only one that was ever published.
So far.
In the Libertad it was published.
Yeah.
The Libertad?
Yeah, I don't read it.
You don't read it?
I just send my stories around to wherever will take them. You know, I don't read
You
all
don't
of
read the
those.
Libertad?
No.
It isn't illegal you read the Libertad.
I know. Nor if you have anything published in it, I know.
It has your theme. Did they give you a Libertad? Did they give you a theme of Libertad? Like read a story about a pony, or read a story about some little kid that gets totally fucked up? Did they do that?
No, they just give you the maximum amount of words. It's like a word count thing.
It was a theme of your own choosing.
It was a theme of my own choosing.
Read it to me.
The whole of it?
The whole of it. Standing.
This feels like school somehow.
Except at school, they didn't execute you at the end. This was a really tough school.
Once upon a time, in a tiny cobble street town on the banks of a fast-flowing river, there lived a little boy who did not get along with the other children of the town. They picked on and bullied him because he was poor and his parents were drunkards and his clothes were rags and he walked around barefoot. The little boy, however, was of a happy and dreamy disposition, and he did not mind the taunts and the beatings and the unending solitude. He knew that he was kind-hearted and full of love, and that someday someone somewhere would see this love inside of him and repay him in kind. Then, one night, as he sat nursing his newest bruises at the foot of the wooden bridge that crossed the river and led out of town, he heard the approach of a horse and cart along its cobbled streets. And as it neared, he saw that its driver was dressed in the darkest of robes, the black hood of which bathed his craggy face in shadow and sent a shiver of fear through the little boy's body. Putting his fear aside, the boy took out the small sandwich that was to be his supper that night, and just as the cart was about to pass onto and over the bridge, he offered it up to the hooded driver to see if he would like some. The cart stopped. The driver nodded, got down and sat beside the boy for a while, sharing the sandwich and discussing this and that. The driver asked the boy why he was barefoot and ragged and all alone, and as the boy told the driver of his poor, hard life, he eyed the back of the driver's cart. It was piled high with small, empty animal cages, all foul-smelling and dirt-lined. And just as the boy was about to ask what kind of animal had been in them, the driver stood up and announced that he had to be on his way. But before I go, the driver whispered, because you have been so kindly to an old, weary traveler in offering half of your already meager portions, I would like to give you something now, the worth of which today you may not realize, but one day, when you are a little older perhaps, you will truly value and thank me for. Now close your eyes